Hi guys, welcome back to the Main Road Expedition. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two away games in the league against actually the two bottom clubs in the league. Originally, Atherton Collieries were going to be one of the games today. Fixtures have moved around a bit, and we played Bishop Auckland first, away from home, and then we follow it up with a game against Alfreton. As you can see by the league table to your right, we're currently sat in 6th place. We've had a really good run of form, and we're still in two cup competitions as well, the FA Trophy and the Integral League Cup. We're still in both competitions. And as you can see, since you were last with us for the win against Chorley and the draw against Bury, form has continued to go quite well. Marine are doing quite well at the moment. They're sat in the playoff places. We've got a 2-2 draw against them. We then had 4 very good victories, including 2 cup ties against Bury and one of our bogey sides as such, Farsley Celtic. We then managed to beat Stockbridge and league leaders Radcliffe, who were running away with it. We managed to fight ourselves back into the game and salvage a draw from that. Really positive result in there, and hopefully we can continue this run and continue to mount a challenge for these playoff places. Like I say, it is extremely close in there. We're only a point behind Buxton, and yes, the games have levelled out a little bit now, but we're certainly in with a chance, and if we can keep up this kind of form with this attacking style of play that we have, I think we can go quite far this season. But we need to just maintain this form. We have got a few people in on trial. Unfortunately, um, they just want too much money. Tyrese Onyeka is a player that I really wanted to bring in as a striker. Lissimo is a holding midfield player. We raised the funds by loaning out Gascoigne for the rest of the season, 100% wages paid for, so that was a good amount off our books. And what was he called now? Spalding, I think it was, who could play across the defence. He left on a free transfer as well. So that was £200 a week off our wage bill. Onyeka unfortunately wanted nearly £600 a week. He's the kind of player that we need to be bringing in to really mount a title challenge. And as you can see, he's got great physicals, really quick as well, good strong lad. He's only 5'9", but determined character, good teamwork, good work rate, good off the ball ability. And he's got some very good attributes in the technical margins as well. But unfortunately, like I say, we just can't get him in. He says he's at the club at the minute. Like I say, he's on trial. And Lissimo, same boat, really. He doesn't want quite as much as Onyeka, but again, we just can't afford it. And we did raise some money, like I say, in terms of getting money off the wage bill to try and bring one of them in. And it's just not enough. So we're a little bit short in terms of players now. But it does mean that the core of the squad is going to be there or thereabouts the same now, and hopefully we should be able to do well, subject to injuries and suspensions, of course. Here is Lloyd Hill straight away from kickoff. It's only been, 15 seconds, and hey, Mamiego is in down this left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? He plays it back to Sanders, and now Jack Williams into Norton, brought down by Reece Hutchinson. No penalty given. Furtado picks it up, though. Plays it inside to Sanders. Now Jack Williams in space. That's a good pass, and Jack Bates with a good run down this right-hand side. Lays it back to Jack Williams. Back into Bates. Norton. Williams, could someone have a shot, please? There's the strike from Williams, and what a lovely goal. Into the top corner. It's his 9th of the season. Incidentally, one of the other games, I think it was the draw against Marine. He had a penalty which he converted. That was his 50th league goal for the club. Jack Williams, he's certainly been a good servant for us through the league so far. And that was a very, very nice finish. A lot of passing and movement. Good to see early on within the opening minute. And we have a lead against one of the bottom clubs. And as things stand, that does put us into a playoff place. Obviously, we've got to keep an eye on other matches as well. But so far, so good. Sanders whips the delivery into the penalty area. It's cleared away. Ehimamiego was first to react, though. Sanders just holding on to it a little bit too long, and in the end, Button managed to close him down. He should have whipped the ball in, really. This is Hutchinson. Plays it back to the goalkeeper, Stewart. Grimshaw dealing with it very comfortably. And finding Furtado. Now Lloyd Hill. Livermore looking to get there, and he does well to beat the fullback to the ball and lays it into Ehimamiego. Chance to turn if he can. Gets the cross in. There's James Collins. There's Darren Norton. And we have our second goal. We're looking a bit more comfortable now. But like I say, we are playing some excellent football at the moment. And the same thing happened last season, of course. We really picked it up again after a bad losing run, after a good start to the season. So we're consistent in the way that we did the exact same kind of thing last season. But last season it was 10 games. This season it was, what, 5 or 6? So there are elements of improvement there. And it's just something that we need to stamp out of our game where we just seem to falter. Here's Darren Norton, though, charging down this right side. That's a good delivery back, and Mamiego couldn't get enough on the strike. And it was a comfortable clearance by King. Here's Taylor into Kustrain. Now Catlin. Moving down this right-hand side here for Bishop Auckland. Good pressure from our boys. King looking over the top for Kustran. And he's beaten, I think it was Furtado, but the finish was poor. Smashing it off the crossbar. We get away with that, really. We need to be a little bit more aware at the back. But since Furtado's become team captain, the side seems to have settled. I think Keeling was probably a poor choice. He's got very good leadership skills, but he's not as well established in the squad as Furtado is. I mean, Furtado's been with us for a long time. Sanders has been sent off, though. I think I've missed that. It's a second yellow card. And our holding midfielder is out of the game now. So, going to have to keep an eye on it. We'll keep things as they are for now. It's basically like a 4-2-3, I think we're going for now. Hopefully, we can just continue with the same setup, just without that holding midfielder. Mamiego swings it in. James Collins was there. He's falling for Jack Williams. Now Darren Norton into Livermore. Mamiego was there. Gets the strike away. It's just over the crossbar, unfortunately. And despite the red card, I think we can be quite pleased with that first half performance. Obviously, the opposition are going to come at us in this second half, and we are going to have to be aware, despite the fact they're near the bottom of the table, they've got a lot to fight for as well. So we're going to have to really focus in here. Here's Bowers. Looking for Kraku, but James Collins has stolen here. And James Collins through on goal. That's an explosive finish. It's his 17th goal of the season. Incidentally, something I've found is he goes off the boil unless we have another striker in on trial. And then all of a sudden, he starts to play again. And he was having a poor game today, James Collins, but that was a very, very powerful finish. And as you can see, he's picked up his goal-scoring boots again with his 17th goal of the campaign. And it's pretty much secured our victory, that I think now. Yes, Bishop Auckland are having more attempts at goal, but they have got a man extra now. But we're holding our own, and at 3-0, I think we can be relatively comfortable in the knowledge that we should come out with the 3 points here, despite there still being 25 minutes to go. Here is Davis into Taylor, now Atkinson. Plays it into Taylor again. We are missing that holding midfielder, of course. Kustrain strikes, and there is the first goal back for Bishop Auckland. It's the first real chance, aside of when they hit the crossbar, in the first half. It's the first real proper chance we've seen them have. This is Lacey with a strike with a free kick, and he's hit the crossbar with the free kick. They are growing into this game. We need to call on the lads just to focus up a little bit. Norton here with a corner, swings it in. It's well cleared, and Saunders looks to get it further clear. Mamiego, good pace and tracking from him. And Grimshaw into Bates, who lofts it over the top. Jack Williams is attacking. It is cleared away, and Saunders picks it up. Plays it back to the centre-back Kraku. Taylor couldn't beat Furtado. Well done there by our captain. Knocked forward. Lacey and Kustrain exchanging passes, and now Davis. Good interception by Jack Williams. Grimshaw looking over the top this time. Just need to get the ball on the ground a little bit more, I think, here. Mamiego strikes from distance. It's over the bar. He did have James Collins in support there. Perhaps he should have laid the ball through for him as it goes. We are looking extremely tired, aren't we? I think we're going to have to make some changes just to freshen the side up a bit. We haven't got too many options, though, especially defensively. We've got no options, let's be honest. We're going to get Yusuf on in the midfield for Jack Williams. He's had a good game, Jack Williams, but he does need to be rested a little bit. We're going to get Mamiego off for Donawa. And, I mean, Furtado is saying he's having a poor game, the captain, but We'll get O'Connor on for Grimshaw. All the players on yellow cards. I very rarely do this, but we're going to leave the yellow carded players on, largely because they have a little bit better fitness than the others. Bishop Auckland trying to push on to try and get another goal back here. This is Saunders. Swings it in. Taylor's there at the far post, and Sam Taylor has scored, and it's 3-2. No, it's not. It's still 3-1. Offside given. Very fortunate from our point of view. McGee with the delivery forward. James Collins can't get there. This is Darren Norton, though. Good control. Calmly done by Darren Norton. O'Connor into Yusuf. Plays it out to that wide right-hand side. And Darren Norton, with a chance to get it into the penalty area, lays it back to Jack Bates, who does nick it in. And James Collins is there with a header. And that secures our victory. 4-1. 2 goals for the centre forward. He does a little dance there to celebrate his finish. A very well worked move on that right hand side. Bit of a smash and grab since going down to 10 men, but we've certainly shown our quality here. Bates with the delivery, James Collins with a good header. Positioned himself quite well, the centre back. If he was positioned just slightly better, he'd have won that header, but in the end, it goes in our favour. Here is Kustrain into Lacey. Now Atkinson. Highlight after highlight here. It's certainly been a good game to watch today. Davis into Atkinson. Lays it back into Lacey again. Atkinson to King. Just getting a little bit of confidence on the ball here. Just missing out on the interception there. And now Davis trying to swing it in. O'Connor wins the header. Davis somehow manages to keep it in. And lays it back to King, who swings it in toward the far post. It's a good header clear by Bates. And now it's Hutchinson. Chance potentially still there for Bishop Auckland. Goodwin into Hutchinson again. Good block. And McGee with a good save. And he managed to keep it in play. Furtado smashing it out for the throw-in. In terms of chances and possession, obviously since being down to 10 men, the game's very much evened up, but we took our chances early, didn't we? And that has certainly saved our skin today, really. Here is Kraku looking over the top. O'Connor, good header, finding Livermore. And now Danawa. Chance to play it over the top, maybe. James Collins made a good run there. Lloyd Hill over the top. That's a great ball. Danawa brought down in the penalty area. Collins brought down in the penalty area. Penalty given. Godwin brought down Collins. And Collins with the chance to get a hat-trick. And he's put it straight into the keeper's arms. That is an embarrassing penalty. He should have struck it with conviction. He's on a hat-trick. He's never scored a hat-trick for us. And the keeper's delivered it straight to Taylor. And it's 4-2. We've gone from missing a penalty to conceding a goal. That is extremely poor. And that is on Collins. That is on James Collins, that one. Darren Norton here with a free kick. He scored a couple of screamers recently. Can he do so again? Darren Norton whips the free kick in. It's a good-looking strike and it's off the post. He scored one from 30 yards. Not out against Radcliffe. It was a brilliant strike. And he's certainly got it in his locker now for sure. Bates and Yusuf just exchanging passes here. Looking for Livermore, and it was a very strange pass to make. It was a bit of a risky one. And Davis is now moving forward. Tried to get the cross in. Lloyd Hill manages to clear. James Collins picks it up into Danawa. Darren Norton's at the moment free on that far side, and Danawa still going, swings it in, and Norton couldn't get there. Kraku cleared. Into Bates though, and now Livermore over the bar. Another highlight. We're right at the end of the game, but it's still very much an open game here. Saunders looking for Kustrain. Good interception by O'Connor. Yusuf into Bates. Looking over the top for James Collins. Couldn't win the header. And a free kick has been given. Collins was offside. And the highlight does continue. I'm not too sure why. Hill wins the header though. Danawa tried to fire it away. King very bravely put his head onto it. And the defence has switched off. And Kustrain with the strike. It went over the bar. Furtado completely switching off there. I know that the game's pretty much won now. But even so, McGee with the resulting goal kick, I'm assuming once he's kicked it, it will be full time. And there it is. A fantastic game. Luckily, we've come out on top. 4 goals. Sanders very disappointed in him to be getting sent off there. With James Collins, should have had the hat-trick from the penalty spot. But Nonetheless, 4-2 win, very good performance. Unfortunately, the teams around us also managed to win, but we are very much in the fight for those playoffs. Farsley Celtic breathing right down our necks. We're starting to open up a gap to this mid-table though, which is good to see. So we've got a few days to go until the game. Well, I say a few. It's only a couple of days until the game away against Alfreton, and hopefully we can continue this winning run and continue our push up the table. Another really good performance is what we need. Let's hope we can get there. Okay then guys, here we go for the game away against Alfreton. As mentioned previously, a lot to play for, still the potential that we could get into these playoff places. I don't recall it being a game in hand. Obviously, everything's quite close in it now in terms of the number of matches played. But all we need to do is go out there and do the job. And then hopefully we could be finding ourselves in a position of a playoff place. A couple of changes to the side. We have McGee in goal, Hill, O'Connor, Adewoju and Bates at the back. Gallagher is not at full fitness, but he is going to be back in the side today, following the suspension, of course, of Sanders. Do we have... No, we don't. Keeling's also suspended at the moment. We don't actually have another defensive midfielder on the bench either, so Grimshaw could have to be ready to come on into that position. Williams and Yusuf in the pairing there with Mamiego, Danawa and Collins as the front three. I haven't touched on the finances of the club recently either. There's nothing new to report really. We're still in debt, and yeah, it's going to be tough, I think, going forward. We've managed to half it thanks to the little cup runs that we had earlier in the season, and the fact that we're still in the Integral League Cup and the FA Trophy. We are building finances a little bit, but to be able to clear the debt, I don't think we're going to manage it unless we win both trophies. And even then, I don't think that'll be enough. Here is Lloyd Hill moving down this left-hand side. Good lofted ball over the top. Jack Williams, oh, it's a good ball across. Denson managing to block. And there was another block in there when the ball rebounded, but nothing came of it from our point of view. Here is Pitt now, moving forward for Alfreton. Here's Kerr now. Good interception by Yusuf, and he lays it back to the goalkeeper, McGee. Now Adewoju into Gallagher. Adewoju looking over the top, and again Jack Williams is the man that's ended up free from the midfield, lays it into Mamiego, and Lakin makes another good save. McIntyre going straight through the back of Mamiego, no foul given, and Lloyd Hill with a similar challenge to what Mamiego has just received, and a free kick is awarded against him. Here is Yusuf into Gallagher, lofting it over the top. James Collins was there, McMaster to McIntyre. Fonguk into Pitt now. You're struggling to get out though, Alfreton. Our press is working quite well at the moment. Here is Lakin, the goalkeeper for Alfreton. Lofts it forward to Fonguk. Now Denton into Osman. They've built it up quite well here from the back. Lays it back into Denton again. Looking for Osman. It's rebounded off Bates. And Osman with a brilliant effort, really. It's gone wide. But McGee did make a dive for it. So it was a little bit closer than we think, to be fair. Quite an even game. Alfreton giving good account of themselves so far, despite being near the bottom of the table. As Bates looks to get the delivery in. James Collins is there with the header. He's so close. It's just wide of that far post. And certainly creating some good opportunities, though. Early stages would suggest it could be quite a close game. Jack Williams with the free kick whips it in toward the far post. We've not won the header, nor cross. Couldn't beat Danawa to it, though. And Adewoju into Gallagher. Launches it over the top. It's a poor ball. McMaster and Pitt exchanging. Gallagher there to mop up the ball as Norcross chased it down. O'Connor into Yusuf now. Back into O'Connor. Looking over the top again. Considering we're supposed to be playing short passing, these long balls are a little bit against the tactical side of our game at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Good interception again from O'Connor. Yusuf into Danawa. Just holding on to it, making the run down this left-hand side. Has got plenty of support. Cuts back into Gallagher. And now Yusuf. That's a good strike. And that is a lovely goal from Solomon Yusuf. He's another one who scored a brilliant free kick in that run of games off camera, by the way. Set piece wise, we do seem to be doing a lot better this season. Corners not so much, but since changing to this tactic, I haven't put specific set piece instructions in. I've just let the players get on with it, and it does seem to be working for us at the moment. It's a really good finish that from Yusuf, lovely strike, and we have a lead on the half an hour mark, and that, as it stands, pushes us up to 4th place. Stalybridge, Bradford and Atherton Collieries are leading at half-time as well. But that is a good, strong first half. We've kind of pushed on into the ascendancy a little bit. Possession-wise, we're looking very good as well. And we just have to keep doing more of the same, please. Gallagher is struggling for fitness. It is something we'll keep an eye on, but he is playing quite well as well. Lloyd Hill, another one who's struggling for fitness. But obviously Keeling is suspended at the minute, so we don't have any other option at fullback either. So it's something that we have got to be mindful of. And yeah, we'll see how things go. 20 minutes to go. Kerr with a delivery into the penalty area. Fonguk with a header. And McGee does well to make the save. And I think, to be quite honest, 20 minutes to go, we will make some changes. Gallagher's really struggling now. And yeah, we haven't really got any defensive midfield options. We'll bring Furtado on in there. He's a club icon. Let's be honest, he will do a job for us in there. Luke Grimshaw can come on for O'Connor. And we'll get Darren Norton on as well. Mamiego and Collins have both had really poor games. We'll switch then now to the left-hand side. Bring Norton on the right. And hopefully we can just give ourselves that little bit of an extra cushion. Jack Williams challenging for the header. Couldn't get there. But this is now Mamiego down this left-hand side. Couldn't get the pass. Past McMaster. And Kerr looking over the top for Towers. Bates doing well to get in there. And O'Connor with the secondary challenge. Fonguk volleys it forward. And Pitt almost got there. But Lloyd Hill manages to mop it up and clear. That's a lovely ball down the line. Mamiego controlling it well also. Cutting inside. Switches the play brilliantly to Danawa. Chance to get it into the penalty area. Can he do so? James Collins is there. It's a brilliant catch by Lakin. That's a really good save from the keeper. Substitutions have taken place now. A little bit of fresh legs in there. Hopefully we can hold on. It's been a much closer game than the Bishop Auckland game. Can we hold on? Yes, Alfreton are near the bottom of the league. It doesn't matter. We need to win every game at the moment. Here's Fonguk. Looking over the top, it's Isa on the volley. It's a brilliant finish. No offside. It's his first ever goal for the club. And we've just let ourselves down a little bit there. We're going to demand more. Not that there's a lot we can demand more of. Pitt here with a free kick. Plays it into the penalty area. Jesus. McIntyre with the effort just over the crossbar. And in the end, we've held on here, to be quite honest. Williams with the ball, looking over the top. Adewoju takes it down, finds Grimshaw. Now Jack Williams. Yusuf over the top. James Collins has had a shocking game today, hasn't he? 5.8 he's rating at the moment. Good switch of play. This is Osman. Lays it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Lakin. There's no pressure on him. He's got a chance to just pick his ball over the top. Furtado intercepts. James Collins could get there, and he does, and it's a free kick. He was offside anyway. But not the result that we wanted for sure. I think overall, Alfreton have actually had better chances than we have. But we should be doing a lot better than that, especially against the side that are struggling so much. But Collins with a 5.7, that is unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. I know we've not got many other options, but that was not the best performance. Mamiego was poor as well. Everyone else wasn't too bad, but Mamiego and, unfortunately, Collins, our key man up front, falling short today. And it does mean that all the teams above us with games in hand could extend a bit of a gap over us. And it's something that we've got to be mindful of. So, not ideal, but we are 8 unbeaten. We're having a decent run overall. And certainly scope to carry on this run. Got a number of tough games coming up as well. We've actually got to play Radcliffe in the FA Trophy, 4th round. I don't know when the next round will be. But I'm looking at this integral cup tie against Marine and then the home game against Farsley Celtic. Like I say, if we can somehow find a way through against Radcliffe, the FA Trophy might come in around here anyway. So we'll get through these games. Marine in the Integral League Cup, followed by Faz Celtic at home. And fingers crossed we can really follow up here and give ourselves that big push toward the playoffs. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.